Okay, this is my review of the Sevylor Minnesota from Decathlon. It's the same as the Sevylor Ottawa, but so far looks like it's only available from Decathlon. It comes in a big, thick rubber dry tube, which is really nice. It has nice, thick, padded handles, which are much needed because it's quite heavy. So a lot of the dry bags come with horrible little thin straps, whereas this has got actual backpack handles on, which are quite padded. It also has a drain plug in the bottom of the bag, which is a genius feature, so you can roll it up when it's soaking wet, throw it in the boot of your car, and all the water stays in this rubber dry tube, and then when you get home or wherever, you can pull the drain plug out the bottom and just let it drain out the bag. Okay, let's have a look at it then. So as you roll it out the bag for the very first time, everything's pre-attached, the cargo nets, it comes with 3 seats that are all located in the perfect position. And you're pretty much good to go. I've taken the middle seat out because there's only 2 of us that use it, and I've set the seats up for my personal preference. To inflate the boat, all the valves are in the rear of the boat underneath the spray deck here at the back. There are 3 valves, one on the left, one on the right, one in the floor. They are the Boston valves, which means they are one-way valves, same as what you get on a camp bed or inflatable tent, something like that. The beauty of these are they're only one way, so as you're inflating it, if the pump gets knocked out or anything like that, no air is going to escape because of the one-way feature on the valve. And then when it's time to deflate it, you just undo the entire valve, and obviously you can deflate it. Usually it takes me about 5 minutes to fully pump this up, whether that's with a foot pump or a hand pump. It's dead straightforward, dead simple, really nice. Okay, here's the kayak inflated. As you can see, it's a really nice looking kayak. It's got PVC sides and a fabric top, big thick sturdy handle on the rear for pulling it out of the water, as well as a spray deck to cover up any gear that you've got. Big handles on the side again for dragging it out, and another spray deck here on the front, and another big thick handle. There's also a cargo net on the front, which is really handy for strapping stuff down like dry tubes or whatever. And then you've got these fully adjustable seats, which I'll talk about in a second when I run through some of the features of this particular kayak. The cargo net is elasticated bungee cord with a single locking adjuster at the front, so it's dead easy just to pull it tight, job done. The seats are a really important feature of this kayak. I think Sevylor have put a lot of thought into designing these seats. They've put markings on the floor so you can easily tell where to put them for 1 or 2 person mode. The seats are actually suspended, they hang from the side pontoons, so they don't create a dent in the bottom, don't slow the boat down, reduce drag, and help this kayak to track really nice in the water. They just carabiner onto these rails at the side. They have fully adjustable straps so you can pull them tight and just get it right for your back. Really nice, really comfortable. On the rear there's also a nice little pocket here where you can put drinks or whatever in. These rails run the full length of the kayak, so you can literally adjust the seat position inch by inch till you get it just right to your preference. And they just simply hook on and then use the carabiners. Pretty good feature. Another well thought out feature of this kayak are these paddle holders that are built into the side handles. Just pop your paddle in and you know you're safe. Underneath the rear spray deck is a cargo net, which is anchored onto the side so you can keep things off the bottom of the boat if the floor's wet, or you can use it to strap things down. Okay, if we flip it over and look at the underside of the boat, the first thing you'll notice is that the underside is like a laminate PVC woven nylon material. It's not like the fabric on the top, it's really smooth and really shiny and really thick durable plastic, and I think this really helps with the boat glide through the water. On the subject of performance, along the hull of the kayak is this rubber fin. It's about 2 to 3 inches tall, stays permanently attached to the kayak. It is quite flexible, but ultimately this really helps stabilise the kayak and helps it track in the water. Then at the rear you have a Skeg socket, so the Skeg attaches to that, and then you have a bailout plug here right at the rear of the kayak, so you can drain any water. If, like me, you'd never heard of a skeg, it's basically a big plastic fin that attaches to the hull of your kayak and helps it track in a straight line in the water. Basically, it stops the kayak from twisting and turning as you paddle. This is a detachable skeg, which is a brilliant idea. And they've designed this sort of socket system, so you slide the skeg into position, and then you can take it off again when you're packing up the boat. Also, you'll notice they've fitted this particular skeg with a locking pin, which is a really good feature. Not all of them have this, so it's a good thing to look out for. Basically, that little lug, you just lock that in place, and then the skeg cannot come out and you can't lose it, which is a really nice little touch from Sevylor. In terms of performance, I've been really surprised by this inflatable kayak. You actually forget that it's inflatable due to how rigid and how well it performs. I'll demonstrate in a minute just how rigid this thing is, but in terms of overall performance, really easy to paddle, tracks really nice in the water, glides easily, it's not soggy and saggy like you'd expect, you can actually get some decent speed, very manoeuvrable, really pleased with it, highly recommend. I've placed this 15 kilogram tent in the kayak and balanced the kayak on 2 sawhorses to demonstrate just how rigid the design is. Not many inflatable kayaks can hold their own weight balanced between 2 sawhorses. I don't think there's many that would be able to handle the weight of a 15 kilogram tent inside. As you can see from the attached photo, the reason this kayak is so rigid compared to others on the market is the way the pontoons are designed. Instead of one large chamber on either side, there are 3 chambers stacked on top of each other vertically, plus an I-beam floor, which make the kayak really rigid, and obviously means it performs very similar to a rigid kayak in the water. Brilliant idea, highly recommend this kayak. There only seems to be this kayak and the Sevylor Ottawa that have this design. The Minnesota seems to be exclusive to Decathlon. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I'd highly recommend. I've been using this kayak all across the summer. We've even managed to train the dog to come kayaking with us, so we can come on those summer evenings for a paddle down to the pub. Anyway, hope you found this video useful. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.